Hello, welcome to live session. Thursday is just the day before NFP. So the day before NFP, a very unusual market early today we have seen here on XAUUSD. From this level, we have seen that there was a back-to-back two doji formation and the market from this zone managed to bounce. Now this is if you guys look at it, you can see the market forming series of higher low in that area with quite a few long wick candles. There's a long wick here, there's a long wick here, and it's forming the bullish market structure. But I think that as this market showing significantly bullish, we might see that breakout. But before the breakout, we'll see that if you look at the weekly, the market has broken the weekly resistance line. And after break of this weekly resistance, if you look at it, you can see the market has broken the resistance. We could see that potentially an upside bias here. So with that in mind, this is a very important level here on XAUUSD, expecting for this market to return back to the upside to create a new higher high. So lower time frame, we can see some bullish bias here. And with that bullish bias, this is if you look at 4 hour, you can see it's a strongly bull market. And with this strong bull market, if you look at the 1 hour, we can see also doji, 30 minutes doji. Lower time frame price action is potentially here. It is a bull market. Okay, so looking at the 15 minutes, there is a doji. And therefore, here we can see the market. This is a support level in this market. And 15 minutes, very important support here. So therefore, if the market coming further, then we might see that an upside bias here. So this is a level that we can expect a rejection. We might see what I think that another wave of retest potentially here. Let's draw the trend line here on the 5-minute chart to see how the market is doing. Now this is a trend line here on the lower time frame, and with this trend line, from this trend line, expecting XAUUSD to potentially break below and then to return back up again. So there is a resistance here. If you look at, you can see this is a resistance line, a very important level of resistance. And from that resistance, you can see this is a support, creating series of higher low. Therefore, from this support level, what you can expect on XAUUSD for the market to support retest and then potentially to bounce back up again. So looking at the 30 minutes and 15 minutes perspective, here is, you can see there is a long wick doji here. It's an important level of support with this 20 EMA. From the 15 minutes perspective, if we look at here, it's an important level of support. And from that support, what we can expect that the market to potentially drop and then to bounce back up. So we'll see that where it is heading. In the meantime, guys, if you are here, give a thumbs up here. Vidya, welcome. Chef, welcome. Thank you very much. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining the live session. So new year, let's try to pick it up. As do you guys like this stream? That's awesome. Thank you. And yeah, here trading is kind of more of trial and error. So you need to understand that becoming a trader takes a little time, especially to do the trial and error. So that's why it is always a good idea to trade on a smaller account and then wait for the market to show its hand. So here what we can see, this is the 15 minutes perspective. There is a 15 minutes bullish doji here. Okay, so you can see this is an important level of support. Now for us to go for potential long, here is doji, and this doji is a two-way sword. In both directions it grab liquidity, so it might bounce back up or it might drop in this direction. We'll see where it is heading. Based on that, we can look for potential entry opportunity. Now at the moment, this is a support level. We'll be waiting for the market to break this low. And if we see, let's look at the 1 minute chart. As usual, we trade on 1 minute. So there is a pattern here, a very strong bounce, wanting to see that it's coming back here. And after this test of this support, okay, so if it is coming below that level, where after it drop below the level, that's where we can look for that potential entry opportunity in this market. I hope that you guys are enjoying the live session. Thank you for joining and absolutely appreciate your support to the channel. So with that in mind, with that support level, so we will be waiting to see the market to test and then to return back up to create a new higher high. Welcome to this live streaming. Do you have any question? Hello sir, happy new year. Welcome, happy new year. Thank you. All right, so the market a little in a sideway in that area on the lower time frame. I will keep it there to see. Especially we need to see that it has deviated from this trend line. Okay, so this is a trend line that we can see the market was respecting. Okay, so whenever from here we saw a bounce, pull back to the trend line, another bounce, pull back to the trend line, another bounce, pull back to the trend line. So the market is basically whenever dropping to the trend line, it's getting a rejection from that trend line. So now any deviation from the trend line can give an entry for potential bounce here. Okay, so this is what expecting on XAU USD for the market to retest and then to revert back to the upside to create a new higher high. And looking at this here on the this is the 1 minute chart. $15 minutes, 5 minutes, waiting for the market to retest and then to revert back to the upside. We'll be waiting for the price to retest and then to return back to the upside to create a new higher high. At the moment, the bias could be in that direction. If you guys like this stream, does that means that the market will still go down? We may see that break of structure and then expecting to bounce back up. I'll be back in just matter of 1 minute, guys. We'll be back. So there is a bounce. Let's look at what's happened here. I think any data came out. Let's look at the Forex factory. Look at the calendar. So I think there's something has come out probably in the market. There's a bounce here, and so that bounce, we look at, see what's happening. Okay, so looking at XAUSD, there is a breakout here. Let's see why this breakout has come on the market. I think there is a if you look at the 4-hour, we can see there is a very strong bounce in that market, and that bounce may have given a stronger momentum. And looking at the 15 minutes, you can see that this is the 15 minutes perspective. The 1 minute chart, there is a doji. So it could be the potential reason for that bounce. Let's see. I think look at the 30 minutes as well. So there is a strong liquidity gap here on the 30 minutes. So you, um, what's the potential reason for this strong breakout, guys? Do you have an idea on that? So I think that there's something has come out in the market that might make that the market to move. Can you make a comment in the live chat? What do you think? What's the potential reason for this? So 30 minutes looking at. So 15 minutes as well. Very strong bounce after this doji. The 1 minute chart. So doji formation. We can wait for potential entry. There might be a deeper liquidity grab here. Waiting to see what kind of a market structure is forming. Might try to come back here. Or is having another bounce. So locally it's trying to bounce. It's piling up dojis here. It's really interesting to see what kind of price action is trying to form here. Okay, so piling up dojis. So the bias here, if we see that breakout, do you think it's gonna bounce one more time? Look at the 1 hour. Bulls trying to create a structure here, which is a bullish. So smaller doji formation slowly creating a higher low. That should be breaking out. Now looking at the 5 minutes long wick candle here, it's crucial to see if the market ultimately breaking out like that, right? So and then trending, or it's gonna drop here again. She's still not been fully understood. We'll see where it is heading. And in the meantime, guys, if you're enjoying the live session, make sure to give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Greetings. Liquidity grab. Yes, we see that a strong liquidity grab. So here narrow doji, and with this narrow doji, right? So that's what if it is starting from here to create a new higher high. So we have to see what kind of price action is forming and what could be the reason that there is a sudden breakout. Have you got any news? Touch on the news. Good day, coach. God bless you for the welcome. Thank you. Okay, so here we can see that there is a bullish candle formation. So now forming series of higher low. If it is moving up, still if you look at the 1 hour, there is a sudden breakout here in that direction, and that breakout, if we look at, we can see that it's it may come here for a deeper pullback or continuing to the upside. Form a complex structure. One hour again looking at. Now from the 1 hour, if we look at, and looking at the 30 minutes, so the major trend is up. From the 4 hour, we can see that this is a bull market, and in this bull market there is a sudden breakout. Like to see that what's basically the market is trying to be heading here. Again, we can see that there is a rejection here. So after a sudden move, the market sometimes does this kind of structure to grab to gain momentum, to grab liquidity. Looking at the 1 hour, I'll be biased here to the upside. Gap up and it form a structure here, which is the resistance turning support. This is where 15 minutes really surprised you with this move suddenly, and there's a gap open. This might come back again. So now this is a bull flag here, pretty strong bull flag, and from that bull flag there is a rejection. Now the question is either it's coming to test this support again, or it's gonna bounce back up. In an uptrend, it's good idea to wait for the market to show its end, because it's in an uptrend. At any point we could see that it started to again return in the major direction of the trend. Okay, so it's trying to return to the direction. Now if it suddenly bounce, it might have a very strong bounce. So a move, want to see there's a pullback. To take the Fibonacci, it's crossed well below. I think from this resistance. Okay, so from this resistance, it has a rejection, and it grabbed liquidity here from this bull flag. Now the question is either it is now trending, or it just gathering more order for another drop. How this 1 minute candle closing is very important, because when we see that it is closing as a long bull candle, we might see upside. If it is a weaker candle, we might see downside. So far not very strongly bull, so both sides possible, either drop again or bouncing back up. Okay, so with the 15 minutes close, we can see some upside bias. So 1 minute candle moving up. Okay, so here slowly creating a structure in this area. There's a gap open. If it is forming that inverted head and shoulder, then we might see again return to the upside. Now how much gonna move? See the 4 hour here. For entry, so if we look at this is the 1 minute chart, so far showing aggressive bull. So before NFP, we can see that the market, in fact, forming very strong bullish structure. Which is very usual to see, especially when the market in a strong trend. 30 minutes, we can see slowly having a bounce. One minute, strong bullish structure. The price action is bullish, so we will be waiting for entry on the pullback for this potential upside. So getting a rejection. So penetrated the upside here. Okay, see there is a bounce here. A strong bounce with a narrow red candle. I'm still waiting for the market to pull back properly and then to give us that entry. For an entry, 30 minutes, there is a doji. Kind of price action. Music is this? It's very weird. Welcome. God bless you. Thank you very much. Bro, GBP USD, I will be looking. Should I buy a GBP? Yeah, welcome. So GBP pairs that we have seen, it was in a yesterday we have seen a very strong downtrend, and I think they might GBP may, but I think that it may slowly turn to a bull market. At the moment, it is still bearish, but if you look at the 15 minutes and the lower time frame, we can see that this market, if you look at the monthly, it's in a very important support level, which is on a no man's land. And from that no man's land, we, either we could see a drastic drop, that massive liquidity grab and then bounce, or we might see a reversal. So far, what we can see here on GBPUSD, it is in a reversal price action. Okay, so we might see at least a short-term bounce, but I'm still not on the bull side, is because in the last moment there might be a spike. Okay, so how this 4-hour candle closing also important to see, right? So we'll go back to it now. In the meantime, again, looking at, say, USD, here is it is forming a pretty impressive bullish market structure. The market managed to break out, and I think it may slowly go back to 2678 or 2680 level potentially, but at the moment, so the 5 minutes candle is closing, both of them bullish structure here. So therefore, what we can see here, narrow doji formation. For our candle on XAUSD is a full-blown bullish candle. I think there might be potential strong bounce from the 30 minutes candle closing as a bull candle. 1 minute, the trend is up. The crucial question before the candle close on the 1 hour, is it going up again to create a new higher high? So a doji formation on the 30 minutes. For us to enter with the 1 hour chart. Market hesitate to trend more often. Sometimes looks very unusual, but look at the 1 hour again. Because I was looking at 1 hour is because there is a this 1 hour candle is closing as a potentially in 1-2 minutes time is closing as a candle that has a long wick at the top, and with the new open, as a rule of thumb, it should be bouncing to the upside. So 4 hour, if we look at, okay, so this is another 1 minute candle close. 30 minutes. Market trend very few times. You can see whenever it trend again, it come back to the trend line. Looking at the 1 hour here, so going back to the 1 hour again, so there is, you can see a candle close with a wick at the top. Now this wick at the top, the question is it's going to fill that wick or it's coming again to the baseline. 30 minutes doji. Okay, so the wick, if the market is, this is the 1 hour, if it is going up to wick fill, that's what I'm expecting. It might go up to fill the wick. In that case, we might see boom bounce back up to the resistance again. So let's see if it is grabbing liquidity from here, then we might see that potential wick fill. Okay, 1 hour chart, 1 hour pretty sharp long wick here. If you look at the 1 minute, should it be bullish? Market structure is bullish, not realistically. So we'll wait for the, you can see here is slowly forming that structure, bullish potentially. Now if we see any kind of liquidity candle here, we can look for buying opportunity. Still forming series of higher low. Okay, so from the daily, it's trying to form that bullish structure potentially. And from the 1 hour, it's a liquidity candle. You guys entered anyone? Thank you. Welcome. Trading indices today. I'm already on $500 per. Welcome. Congratulations on your report. Welcome. Okay, so here is, you can see this is a very strong liquidity candle, and that liquidity candle, okay, so you can see it's slowly moving up, expecting it to return in that direction to create a new higher high. Now there is you can see there is a green candle here, a drop, and then there is a green move. If we see a narrow long wick red candle, then we might see that that inverted head and shoulder formation, and then return back to the upside to create a new higher high. We'll be waiting to see that. See that hover. Now this pullback is where yeah, we want to see a long wick here, so that will represent that the bullish momentum. And as you know, the tomorrow NFP, you guys probably will be trading live on NFP, and it's a pretty important event. As you know, that NFP will be trading together. So if you guys excited to trade NFP, make sure you stay connected by subscribing to the channel, and also stay connected by joining the Telegram channel. So here is the 1 hour. Want to see a weak fill here. So if it is going up for this weak fill, it's gonna be pretty strong move. But sideways movement is sometimes a little bit of annoying. It happens sometime in the market, and we have to accept the fact. Uh, Especially after a big move, the market remain so for some time sideways. Now 15 minutes candle, you can see there is a shooting star here, and that shooting star, if it is going up to fill that week, that's where the move we can expect for a potentially bigger. Okay, so again looking at the 1 hour, should be able to see that it's been able to move up and then going up to hit that level. Is the trend is tired here. Now if the trend is tired, then we might see that a break of trend line. Okay, so still showing momentum. When it moves sideways, we can't do anything about it. So coming down. Okay, so now the trend is up, so we have to only trade in the direction of the trend. Okay, so that's the key here, to trade only in the direction of the trend. So sideways, this is a again the market more often does this. When we least expect, it just suddenly moves, and then when we see expect it to trend, it started to move in a sideways. Right, so this is the 15 minutes price action. May now come for a deeper weak fill. It's another trend line here. Okay, here it's in a very choppy. The only thing that we can do is to, can it go 2685? Well, if it breaks out, it may go a lot, because the market tomorrow there is NFP and we can see that very good volatility. So it may, if it breaks out, then it might go a lot. For the time being, we see that it's very okay. So this is the 1 minute rejection again. Now we need to understand that when there is a sudden big move, it goes for a sideways and then prepare for another trend. Delete those lines to understand again, to look at the fresh perspective. This is the 30 minutes. Now in this 30 minutes price action, market is forming series of higher low. The liquidity gap here. So the expectation is to go up and then to create a new higher high as the momentum is high. Now let's see what the market is going to do in that situation. So we see another 15 minutes closing. If this one is closing as a green candle, I think we might see still bullish bias here. But if it fails to close as a green candle, then we might see that sudden downside. All right, so looking at the 1 minute again, is still maintaining series of higher low in that area. So therefore expecting to break to the upside. This is the previous swing high. If it is breaking high, then we should be able to see a new higher high. Please do you update your results. Yeah, so absolutely. You see that there is a bounce. Five minutes. Series of higher low. Bullish bias. Okay, so we can see some improvement coming in the market movement. This is why sometimes trading is hard, is because the market will, like this, will move once, 2 or 3, 4 candles, and then it will stop. Okay, and then it will gonna go in a sideways. That's where most traders lose patience when it moves in a sideways like that. But the key here is to wait patiently for that bounce to happen. And you can see here is there is a wick here. Okay, so you could see that wick fill that we're waiting for. Okay, so the back-to-back 2 pin bar here, which both of them are bullish. Okay. Let's wait for that to happen. Now, because it formed double bottom and managed to break out, it is possible for the market to have an absolute bounce here, a strong bounce possible for the market. Okay, we can see that it's doing that way. Liquidity grab, the market is moving up, and yeah, so far looks a very fragile market structure. We could see that series of higher high formation here. Okay, this is a bullish market structure, and a possibility for another bounce is higher. Series of higher low, and with this series of higher low forming doji, still showing that bullish pattern. $30. a narrow green candle. This is where, let's look at the 1 hour again. Click this pattern here. Now from the 1 hour, it's a bull market. So I think the probability for a breakout here is very high. And with that breakout, it might suddenly move aggressively. So you can see that forming that bullish structure in that area. And look for, still not trading, just looking to see how the price might be doing here. So so there will be around 20 pip stop loss. I will be opening buy here for potentially upside with 221. So there will be around from here 20 pip stop loss on XAUUSD. So opening buy on XAUUSD, it's gonna be the market order because this is a very volatile market. So stop loss here at 2670, which is very tight, and TP target at 2676. So this is going to be so I open buy here from this level with 20 pip stop loss, expecting for the market to bounce. So TP target keep at 2676.20, expecting a breakout. It could be the other way around as well. So you need to make sure that risk management is crucially important. The market on a very crucial level, but I think we can expect an upside bias here. You can see stop loss is very tight, so even if the trade goes wrong, we will be out with very little loss or drawdown. Right, so if the market breakout, then we are on. We bought from higher high. The rest we have to leave it on the market to do what it wants to do. So you see the narrow doji is being formed. The bias should be to the upside. I am bullish on XAUUSD. Thank you. Now, want to see a bullish rejection here. A narrow bullish candle formation. guys with me. So we are on this one, and thank you. Buy, we are bullish on XAUSD. Open a trade on XAUSD, buy trade, and want to see a strong bounce. Okay, so there's a gap open, and for me, I think the price action, we still can expect it to remain bullish, but unless it's forming, there is a sudden rejection. This is forming a head and shoulder. So I don't want to see that. But if the market does that, we can't do anything. But so far we see a long week rejection. Okay, so you can see trying to bounce in our favor. The pattern here that I see, which is for me probability to go up, this kind of price action is a bullish. So okay, so we see that after this breakdown, immediate rejection, so the buyers are active. As I mentioned before, sometimes the market become very, so this you can see there is a break below. If this current candle managed to break out, it's gonna be a good one, because in that case, let's look at the 30 minutes candle closed. To see a big bull candle, it didn't. Okay, so there is a long wick candle formation, which is a good sign for an upside. So 15 minutes. Here, multiple rejection also causing for the market to looking at the 1 hour again. So from the 1 hour, it's a buy market, should be breaking to the upside. Okay, so we can see that slowly trying up. Come on, wait, I didn't see that. Okay, so are you guys with me? It's looks like that it's gonna create that momentum to the upside. Welcome. If you're new to the channel, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so that you're not missing any of the content that I'm posting every day. We can see that here a long week candle. There's a gap open and okay, so the market tested the support. From the support, it gained enough momentum here from this order block. It's an order block here. Okay, that's what I was talking about. There is a very strong bounce. Okay, so I'm holding it. Are you guys with me? Don't want to return back again. So here is it managed to bounce. So expecting one more rejection to the upside, which we see that eventually moving in that direction. So how many pip here? 17 pip up. So because it had a very strong breakout, we could see that continuation. So we're waiting to see that it's continuing to the upside. Okay, so market managed to close above the candle on the 1 minute, 1 hour chart. If we look at a very strong bounce, 5 minutes, a bullish engulfer. So that should be going to our TP target. Unless it's doing something else. Should we be taking the profit or running the trade? We see that breakout, and do I want to see reversal here? Okay, so you can see after the doji, it's trying to break to the upside with a momentum, and one more bounce can give us that full TP hit in that one. Opposite direction is not expected, which could happen. You can see from here, yeah, so it's getting rejected to the upside, having a rejection, which is in our favor. Good to see that. And I think we might see ultimately another bounce. So far symptom in that direction. Come on, there's a 1 minute candle. So we are on the driver's seat, and So here is trying to again grab liquidity. Like that move again. Entry. Tested the previous resistance as a support. Come on. Looks like this market is now struggling to go up. Sometimes surprising that much rejection from the top. It's breaking another support. Now this break, we are again crossing our entry. Want to see sometimes some structure is sometimes not fully recognizable, but as this market, this is the 1 hour candle and the market managed to break to the upside. This is the 1 hour price action. 4 hour, looking at the 1 hour, managed to bounce. So the momentum in this market is high. Can expect a new higher high here. The market structure is unusual here. The problem here, if it is forming an inverted head and shoulder. You see here is basically pardon me. So what we now, if it is not being able to create a higher high, we need to exit this trade at entry, because in that case we might even see a head and shoulder. Still holding it, but I'll give a shout out if I'm closing it, because if this market now not being able to break this high, we might see downside, and in that case this may be a head and shoulder and we might see the downside. This 1 minute candle is look like that it's getting a rejection here. Okay, so we might it might reverse. We can if it is going up again here, we will be exiting at entry. Looks like that we might see a drop here. The market reversed, so from here we may see liquidity grab. I think it's forming a head and shoulder here. So any bounce at our entry, we will be exiting this trade. So here, oh, now this is the structure form here. Now it's forming a head and shoulder, head, left shoulder, and the right shoulder. Now if it is having a bounce for a liquidity gap from this shoulder, we will be exiting, or it might keep coming down. So we had 18 pip only in that one. So this is unfortunately it dropped without any proper confirmation. Now this might be okay. Any appreciation to the entry level, we will be exiting even at break even. This market might, if it breaks down, it might drop a lot now to the potentially could drop to the daily support. Looking at the daily, this is the daily support. Okay, we might see some appreciation here. And as soon as the price will reach our entry, we will be exiting this trade straight away. And even with little profit or no, we might see a spike here. And that's why we will be exiting the trade. Either even if it is trending, we will not be running, because it form a very sharp head and shoulder. So it's nearing to the entry, guys. We are near to the entry, and at entry, I'm going out with the trade. So I closed the trade. I closed break even. We can see some bounce here, but this trade, this may continue to rise, or it may drop again. Some of you probably have got some profit here, but I am out, as the market is not it didn't form a very nice structure. So yeah, tomorrow NFP. Now here anything can happen. It might move in a completely in a side way. I'll be watching the price action for better entry. If you guys up to here, I hope that you enjoyed this trade. Tomorrow coming up NFP. If you want to trade NFP with me, stay tuned by joining the channel, by subscribing to that, and as well as you can stay connected by joining the free Telegram here. So we can see that there is a bounce now. Depending on how the market wants to do, we might see continuation or drop here. And with that being said, thank you very much for joining the live session. I will be ending this for today. Coming up tomorrow for the NFP, and I'll see you there again, trading live together. I hope that you enjoyed and learned something here. Until that, stay well, stay happy.